Now, everybody knows when you find yourself locked up, it isn't just the inmates that you have to worry about. It's the guards you got to worry about also. Because believe it or not, there's some evil ones in there, man. So for this video, I'm going to be answering a couple people's comments, and I'm going to let y'all know my opinion and break it down to y'all the best way I can to let you know which ones are worse when you are locked up. Is it the female guards or is it the male officers? So y'all sit back and let's get into this real spill and let's discuss it. Same time of the week, better be there. Have my people send a message, make sure that they're time for me to collect, bring the shit over here. Cause you can tell them my face, don't make me come over there. I'll run up in your room, put my shank in your neck. Swear to God, I wet you up, better show me respect. I'm hitting licks like nothing, break bread with dogs. Putting on for east side, David, this K-fraud, it's a robbery. Heard what I said, I got some names I won't say. Most of them dead, for that tune you get there's a price on your head. Take the shit out your locker, throw it all on my bed. You got a daughter back you up, on care but you click. 2 lockers to fit both y'all shit. See me in the cut jamming, smoking the rip. Getting tighter with the money that your people are sent. See on the streets I would've bust you, but in prison I come cut you. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. K-Fraud TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back, y'all. Today I'm going to be breaking it down. I'm going to let y'all know, out of my opinion and my experience of doing time inside of Florida prison, which prison guards are actually worse. Is it the female officers or is it the male officers? All right? Felt like answering a couple more people's comments. Y'all know how we do it. And I'm going to break it down the best way I can and try to, let you know the reasons why I choose which one I choose and my opinion on which one I feel like is worse at bullying inmates or, harming inmates, abusing their authority. Now, like I said in the intro, of course, when you go to prison, inmates ain't the only thing you got to worry about. Guards you got to worry about as well. And it depends on where you land at. You might land at an institution that is sweet when it comes to inmate wise, but it might be messed up due to the guards, or vice versa. You can land somewhere where it's just a jungle and it's ratchet and it pops off 24/7 with inmates, but then the guards are more, laid back, more lenient. So you got to sit back and you got to think about it. Which one sounds better? Which one sounds worse? Well, you might look at it like, you want to go to a place where you're, not harmed by inmates, to where, inmates don't really try to stab you every chance they get or try to extort you, rob, put down on you, TOH you, But when you go to them type of institutions, a lot of times the reason that they're not doing that is because the compound is ran by the guards, and the guards got they got their hands in the mix to where they got it locked down. And then that's where you'll have more, messed up officers than you will cool ones. Now, back it up a little bit. And if you go to an institution that there is stabbings, there is fights, there is people trying to TOH you, test your heart. There is people trying to extort you, rob you, all stuff like that going on. The reason it's like that is because them guards also got their hands in the mix, but in a bad way. They're more lenient. They turn their head on all the problems. So it's kind of like when the guards really ain't doing their job that often, and when they're not that strict is when it's violent. You see, that's when you got to worry about the inmates. But then when you go to a place that's turned up to the max, when it comes to, guards doing their job or whatnot, but it's turned up to the max, with inmates and shit like that, you're going to find yourself at an institution where the guards 9 times out of 10 are not doing their job, when it's not turned up, when it's violent, they're not doing their job. When it isn't violent, that means that the guards got it in the threshold. You see what I'm saying? Now, as far as male or females, I've had run-ins with both, okay? I've had problems with both, and a lot of people might not agree with who I choose is worse, male or female, but it's okay because that's what the comment section is there for. Now, my opinion, if I had to choose a male or a female, the ones that I'm going to tell you are the worst guards inside of prison, believe it or not, is the females. And the reason I'm going to tell you this is because a lot of things that the male guards do is to impress the female. And a female can literally just start some shit and get things done like that. You get what I'm saying? Let's say an officer doesn't like you, a male guard, Most male guards that are crooked, they do flaw shit, they put hits on you. They'll lie to other inmates, say you're snitching. They'll lie to another inmate,
say that you did something to one of their brothers that are affiliated, or, you know, they'll plant knives on you and put you in confinement for things you didn't do, you know, just try to get you dealt with, you understand? And a female, she'll do the same thing, but she'll take it to the next level, you understand? She'll have it to where not only the inmates, but the guards will be after you. You see, she'll have it to where she'll go lie to another officer and make him believe you did something you didn't do just because she doesn't like you. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're in a dorm and a male officer asks you to do something and you don't do it, and he decides to take you to confinement, you know, them inmates that are in that dorm watching aren't going to jump on you right now because you ain't doing what he's telling you to do. But let it be a female guard, and let her give any inmate any type of attention. If you do this to him, I'll do this for you. If she does that to any inmate or even puts off that type of energy, you're going to have inmates trying to kill you on every corner. All right, now, me, I've been in a situation with prison guards that, you know, put me in confinement for things I didn't do, you know, gave me box time for stuff I didn't do, made my time more miserable, you know, and tried all they could to kind of like get it to where I wasn't enjoying my stay, which of course you're not supposed to enjoy your stay, you feel me? Now, the male guards, like I said, they would do flaw shit like find a knife in a different dorm. Next thing you know, I'm getting charged with the same knife, and I don't even live in that dorm. Now they're coming and they're putting me in confinement. Just using certain things to get me off the compound, all right? And putting low-key hits on people. You know, you can have an argument with them, and next thing you know, they're looking you in your face. Go back to your dorm. Don't worry about it. I'm going to spare you this time. Rather, they're not sparing you. They're putting a hit in low-key. And then you got people coming after you, whether they got a big mouth or not. They might just keep their mouth closed because them guards are turning their head on what them inmates do, because them inmates are doing things for them guards also. You see? So that's the type of male guards you deal with. Now, I've told this before in a lot of videos of mine. I had a female officer put a machete to my neck, okay, inside the captain's office, all because I got caught social media, okay? And I remember when they were like, where'd you get the phones? Where'd you get the phones? And I was like, oh, it's photo crop. I said photo crop, you feel me? And she put the machete up to my throat and was like, it's Photoshop, and shit like that. And then my dorm happened to be walking by for chow at that time. And they started yelling, damn, Miss Cherry, why you putting a knife up to K-Frog's throat? And she grabbed the knife, put it down, and walked away. One of the same machetes that are in my actual prison videos. If y'all seen K-Frog TV Volume 1 and 2, there's one where I pulled a machete out of my pants. Where I'm like, damn, dog, look fresh from Izzo. And he's like, yeah, dog, you missing one thing with a machete at. And I pull it out. Big boy machete, you know what I'm saying? Same damn clip that hit the news. All you got to do is Google Florida inmate with machete. And K-Frog comes up. You'll see the news clip. And that same machete, she put it up to my throat. You feel me? And that was an eye-opener for me, because it made me realize when it comes to male and female guards, it made me realize, you know, male guards want you hurt, you know. Female guards want to hurt you themselves. That's what made me realize. Because when she put that machete up to my throat, you feel me, I wasn't scared of none. I had my hands in handcuffs and I'm looking at her like this bitch, you feel me? But at the same time, it's like, what did I really do to make you hate me so much, to take your job that serious? What it was is, she was just crooked. She was part of the hit squad. Out of the security 9 officers we had there that were known to put hits on inmates, she was one of them. She was the only female with the shits that was a part of that. You feel me? So I understand she had to, like, you know, try to like fit in with her coworkers or whatever it is. And that's what you would think a lot of them do. You know, that's just, they try to just run in a pack. But then after a while, what it is they start liking the feeling of getting away with it and doing that type of stuff. You feel me? So once that happened to me, I kind of paid attention to female guards a lot while I was in prison. Okay? It wasn't just lusting them, looking at them like, damn, I'll hit that, or, you know, oh, that's that baby, look at that ass, you know, because ain't no females around. It was more like, I'd study their energy, the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they carry themselves, and I just peep the things they do. And believe it or not, behind every flaw guard, male or female, is a female guard. That male officer that's creep, that's flaw, that tries to, harm inmates, bullying inmates, getting away with their abusing their authority and stuff like that, it either started from them trying to impress a female guard, or they're in the process of trying to impress a female guard. They want to show the female guard, they know the female guard will do that to an inmate, so they want to show the female guard they're more alpha than the female guard, so they'll do something even more severe. It's kind of like, yeah, ma'am, you'll do this to these inmates, so I'm going to do this. And they do things severe and make it to where, like, oh, don't worry about it, ma'am. Don't worry, he'll get dealt with it. So, to me, female guards are worse, I've been in situations to where I had a female guard on my line, you know what I'm saying? And I've been in situations to where you don't do what they say and they'll make your bid miserable. It looks like it's all fun and dandy having a female guard to mess with, but I remember sitting in my dorm on my cell phone, and my female guard that worked at my prison was blowing me up on the phone, and I wasn't answering. I'm in the dorm hanging out with my dogs and shit like that. I'll see her when she comes to work. She ain't working today. She's off the next 2 days. She was blowing me up, writing me messages on Facebook and everything like that. And then I left her on red. I didn't write back. 2 days later, she comes to work. She comes straight in my dorm, grabs me, puts me in handcuffs, puts me in the damn laundry room, and goes in there and starts flipping my dorm. Starts shaking down people randomly. Everything starts flipping different bunks. Trying to make it look like I did something, so now they're doing a shakedown. You feel me? The whole time I was pissed. Because I didn't want to throw her under the bus, and be like, man, she's only doing this shit because of yada, yada, yada. So I kept my mouth closed, but at the same time, it don't look right to other inmates. It looks like, damn, they come take one inmate, put him in handcuffs, put him in the laundry room. Now they come do a shakedown. And then she'll come in there, she'll yell at me, and then she'll take me out of handcuffs and let me go back. She wouldn't even take nobody's contraband, but she would still make it present that, look, she's in control. But she was like, oh, you don't want to answer the phone? You don't want to write me back? What you think this is? Like, she was yelling at me like we were in a full-blown relationship. You see what I'm saying? And it's because they're so used to being in power. When they're inside of the prison working, they get complimented over and over and over again. Every single day at work, there's people shooting their shot. Even if somebody ain't shooting their shot, they're so stuck up about themselves from people shooting their shot that if you're just nice to her, she thinks you're shooting your shot. You see what I'm saying? A male guard, I've had them give me cigarettes, contraband, phones, different things and stuff. And the way they carry themselves is, if they're doing something for you, they're not going to be, real mean. Or they're not going to, like you see in movies where they kind of force you to take these phones, or they force you to get with the program as far as illegal contraband and hustling, selling cigarettes and stuff. No, they don't do that. And they're off the radar. They're not going to mess with you because they want to make their money. You see what I'm saying? But them female guards, on the other hand, they let their feelings get entwined with the business. You see? And when that happens, that's when shit goes sour. You know what I'm saying? There was a female. Her name was Miss A. And I'll never forget. Miss A was known to mess with this black inmate. She was a white woman. She was known to mess with this black inmate for the longest. So he was kind of like the man when it came to cell phones and shit like that, And next thing you know, later on down the line, some people end up beating his ass, crashing him at the center gate or whatever, just to take his connect with Miss A. Now, crazy thing is Miss A was in love with this inmate. She was in love with him and everything. She used to tell him, like, I hope we can, I can't wait to hold you and all this different shit. And he's got a life sentence or whatever, something close to a life sentence. Now, she ended up, after he got crashed and got put in confinement, boom, boom, and got shipped, show must go on. She ended up hooking up with the same inmate that put the hit on him. So it just shows, like, damn, no matter what, it's got to, the wheels got to keep turning, things got to keep going on. And you'll find out that if you were talking to a female guard, an inmate will either attack you because he's jealous, or that damn female guard made him feel like you were in the way of them. You see, a lot of times when things happen to inmates and it had something to do with a female guard, it'd be that same female guard that low-key put a hit on you. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be careful with this, because y'all know how it is on the streets. You know, guys be emotional when it comes to feelings and relationships, and so do women, you know. But when you think about it, and you just look at that old show called Snapped, 9 times out of 10 on that damn murder documentary, Snapped, it's the woman doing it to the man. You feel me? And inside a prison, them guards, them female guards, even if it isn't a sexual relationship or a business relationship, if it's just in general, them female guards abuse that authority so bad that no matter what they do, it's hard to be cool with them, you know, because they'll think you're disrespecting them. Then they'll think you don't think they look good enough, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll be like, damn, well, I just ain't want to come at you sideways, and you know, and you take it as disrespect, then you place me in confinement and stuff like that. You know, I've seen female guards go get several inmates out of another dorm and bring them in the dorm to attack and jump a person. It'd be 7 on 1. She'll go to a different dorm just because she didn't like what you did and go get 7 inmates that she knows are her do-boys. You feel me? And then they'll come back in and they will jump you for her. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. So my opinion, I gotta choose female guards or worse. You know, because at the end of the day, they abuse it even farther. You know, now when you got people that deserve it, then hey, you deserve it. But if you're someone that's just doing your bid, you know, you're just passing through the chain gang, you know, you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, you happen to land there and you didn't really do anything that bad, and you're not a bad person, you just trying to stay out of the way is going to make it to where it's kind of tough because of these female guards. Because everybody's out to impress them. You look at it, let's say 1,200 to 1,600 men, inmates on the compound, maybe 15 female guards. Everybody, including the damn officers that are working there, are trying to impress that female guard. That's what it is, you know what I'm saying? And every time they did a massive shakedown at any institution I was at, normally when I say massive shakedown, I mean they lock the whole pound down and they bring bus loads filled with guards from all the other prisons in that region, you know? So they lock down the compounds and then they take a shitload of the guards from everywhere and they'll go hit a compound. They'll pull up in buses and next thing you know, you'll see 60 guards, you know, get off a couple buses. And then, you know, you got all the guards from your institution. 9 times out of 10, every time they did that massive shakedown, a lot of inmates got beat up, got placed in confinement, got roughed up, got insulted, got disrespected, embarrassed, because majority of them guards that are coming for them shakedowns are females. And, you know, any man is going to like to see something new. So just looking at them, because they're new looking, you know, and they know what they be doing when they be wearing them tight ass pants, you know, and I was locked up down south, so they didn't just have tight ass pants on, you know, they was thick. A lot of them had golds in their mouth. They'd be like, hey, inmate, take your ass over there, mouth full of golds. Female guards. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of jewelry and different, you know what I'm saying? And they look thick now. They ghetto hood bitches, you feel me? Now, they know what they be doing, coming here in front of, you know, inmates who are in prison like that. So you want the attention from the eyes, but then when the eyes look at you, you want to take that as an insult. Oh, what you looking at? Oh, I got something for you. And then next thing you know, we're gonna take your eyes out your head since you can't keep your eyes to yourself. You know, like different shit like that, you feel me? But they always went farther than they, you know, because we don't know no better. You know, we don't know this guard. We don't know her like the inmates know her at her institution. She comes there, we don't know if she's nice. We don't know if she's mean. We don't know if not looking at her she's gonna take it as disrespectful, or we don't know if looking at her she's gonna take it as disrespectful. You know, she's new to us, we're new to her. And they love to abuse that, because no matter which way you do it, they can go against the grain. So if you decide to keep your eyes to yourself and not pay her no mind, You know, like a couple other people who she done slapped upside the head or done put in handcuffs and brought to confinement now just for looking at her. You gonna keep your eyes to yourself now. You ain't even gonna look at the bitch. Next thing you know, she gonna try to take it out on you because you think she's ugly. You don't think she's good enough for you to look at. You feel me? But then when you realize she's beating people for not looking at her because she takes it as an insult because you're disrespecting her by not looking her in her eyes when you're talking to her. Next, you're going to be looking at her in her eyes when you're talking to her because you don't want to fall down that narrow wrong end. And then they're still going to take it. So it's kind of like no matter which way you go, they're going to take it out on you. You go left, they're going to choose right. And be like, oh, should have went right. And then you're like, okay, see all these people that should have went right. So you go right first. Oh, should have went left. That's how they do it because they like to abuse the authority. That's what it is. And I don't care if it's a TA, which is a new prison correction officer. I don't care if it's an officer, which is what they become after a TA. I don't care if they're a damn captain, a lieutenant, a warden. I don't care who it is, what their job title is as an officer or anything inside of the prison. They are trying to impress that female guard. Whether it's them abusing their authority or trying to show them that they're in higher power than the woman. You feel me? But they'll do it by showing ways of taking it out on inmates. You get what I'm saying? And I've learned throughout my bid to try to just avoid them female guards as much as possible. And what I mean by that is you'll meet some cool ones in there and then you'll notice like, you'll be like, yeah, she's straight. You know what I'm saying? She's cool. She's not like these other guards. But then you'll notice a couple weeks later, they start changing. They start adapting and start running just like the crowd that they were with, which is the other guards that are flawed. And she might be cool to you, but you'll notice she's doing the same flaw shit that these guards be doing. She's doing it to other people now. And you'll be like, damn, dog, you know? So it's like, now that I see she's like that and she's just not doing it to me at the moment, do I really want to be in her face that much? You feel me? I've had female guards take my cell phone, let me know a shakedown's coming, and I give them the phone. And they would cuff my phone for me. And then once the shakedown's cleared, they give me my phone back. You feel me? Like I've had female guards that were literally with the shit. You know, like they man would cook them dinner at home and they'd bring it tomorrow for lunch and give it to me. Steak and asparagus and shit like that. You feel me? Their husband done cooked me dinner. He don't even know it. You know, but at the same time, them same guards are dangerous. Because those be the ones that it's like you gotta deal with them. You feel me? And you know how females get when they on their period, boy, they be in a bitch mood. They got all these inmates in their face. A lot of the female guards are known for bringing their problems to work. Whatever their problems are on the streets, they bring it to work. Because it's a place and an environment where they can get away with whatever they want to get away with. So my opinion, man, woman, when it comes to Florida prison, the worst type of prison guard is going to be a woman. Woman or worse. That's my opinion. That's what I think. If y'all's is different, drop it in the comments section. Let me know. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed my opinion on the whole breakdown. I try to let y'all know why I chose women guards are worse than men. If y'all disagree, drop it in the comments section. I will say this. Not everybody could agree because you may have landed somewhere and it might have been the total opposite. You know, you might have landed somewhere and there might not have been that many prison guards that are females. Or you may have landed somewhere and then the guy guards were just more fucked up than the females were. But I'm letting y'all know my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Thanks for watching. You already know, like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. Cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.